Guys, I think we need to get down to the serious part of today. None of it should be too serious, should it? Not with people like us. You know, we're just ordinary Aussies. And I think that's our problem. And I'm going to, for too many years, us ordinary Aussies, every time there was a bit of an issue, every time some guy with dreadlocks from Czechoslovakia chained himself to a tree, we were just off camping or fishing or paying taxes somewhere. You know? So we sort of missed our own boat in a whole lot of ways. And that's what today's about, and that's what Unlock's about. Making us known again, us ordinary Australians. And I'm going to introduce you to a bloke who, when I call him an ordinary Australian, he's going to be a bit upset, but he is. He's an ordinary Aussie who knows all about mechanics, who knows all about the country and all about our lifestyle. And he's a good friend of mine, and he did a lot of help today. He gave us a lot of help organising things on the ground, including finding Neerim, which even our Hoomer couldn't find today for some reason. Andrew, this is Andrew Jones, known as Boggy, and Andrew is running as a Country Alliance candidate. That's how much this means to him.
Thanks everyone for coming. Yes, I am a candidate in the upcoming election for Country Alliance. If you come here expecting long, boring political speeches, I've got really bad news for you. That's just not me. I'd rather get something done than talk about it. Now, there's enough people here, we could actually change the outcome of the election. At the moment, we've got the Liberal and the National parties who've put all these fees on us to go camping and make us book for it in advance. And we've got the Labor Party who've just released their policies today that says they want all new national parks, land and water, and turn all state parks into national parks. So, let's be honest, can I say we're screwed? Yes. The only way out of it is, in a month's time, we've got to vote. So, we vote Labor, we get more national parks. We vote Liberal, we're stuck with what we've got. So, Country Alliance is trying to be an alternative. We don't want any more national parks. We can't look after the ones we've got. The DSE, or DEPI, sorry now, the Department of Ever-Changing Names, have decided that they've got no money to look after what we've got anyway. So we don't want any more national parks, end of story. We want all the camping free. So what we need to be able to help you is for you to help us. So we've got our little stand over at the back there. We'd like, obviously, you to join up. Unfortunately, we do charge to join. We can't afford to do it for nothing because of reporting things we have to do with the government. Come election day, we'd like people to help us hand out our vote cards. So we need as much help as we can get. The more numbers we have, the more hope we've got people getting voted in. I've got 3 or 4 of our local candidates here that you can talk to, the lower house candidates. I'm the upper house candidate for Eastern Victoria, which takes in all of Gippsland. We can't do it without your help, but what I want you to do is think. When you go to, let's face it, none of us want to go to vote. We go in there, get our name marked off, tick a box and leave. This time we have to think about it a minute. We vote Liberal, National Party, we're stuck with what we've got. We vote Labor. Oh, sorry. We vote Labor, and we're going to have more new national parks. And every state park turned into a national park. So we won't have to worry about four-wheel driving. We won't be allowed to do it anywhere. We won't have a logging industry. That'll be totally gone overnight. So there's a big push at the moment for the Great Forest National Park. Have any of you heard of that? It'll take in from King Lake to Borbor here to Mansfield. They'll lock all that up. It'll end up full of feral animals and blackberries. And then they'll charge us to go and look at the blackberries. So luckily enough, we have people like Ruthie and Unlock who come all the way down from Queensland to support us. But we need you to help us. We can't do it on our own. So if you just think when you go in to vote, you may have been a unionist all your life and always vote Labor. If you go and do that again, then you're going to get new national parks. It's not something that they're going to publicise heavily, and I'm not making this up. You can go to their website, look under policies, go to page 83 of a 100-page document, so you don't have to read every page, and it says that's what they want. So thanks very much everyone for coming out in support. If you want to come and see us, we're at the Country Alliance tent. I'd also like to thank the footy club for putting on the feed for us. St John's for being here, the SES from Moe, they've come out. We did invite both Liberal and Labor parties to come out. Neither of them decided they wanted to.
Of course.
The Labor Party said thanks but no thanks, it's our policy launch today. A Liberal Party, and look, I'll be honest with you, there'll be people here from both Liberal and Labor. There'll be spies here. Numbers make a big difference. Their only job as a politician is to get voted back in 4 years' time. So they'll be sitting here counting the numbers and they'll do a better job of it than we will and go, look how many votes are there. Maybe we should revisit this. Maybe we should look at it. Then they'll wait till the election's over and they'll look how many votes that they didn't get that went to someone like Country Alliance who was campaigning heavily against what they want to do. And they'll go, oh, we might have made a mistake. We're not going to win the election and form government. Hopefully we'll get a few people in. We've got a plan to try and get the balance of power in the upper house, just like the Greens did. If we can do that, then we can make sure that this doesn't happen. But to do that, we need everybody here's support. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Andrew. Andrew Jones, Boggy. He'll probably be all over the place because I got him working. Are you going to be over there though?
I'll be over there, I'll be there, I'll be everywhere. Yeah.
Cool, beautiful. So, say good day to Andrew. Can I tell you something, a little secret about Boggy? No, not that little secret. Another little secret about Boggy.
You promised you wouldn't tell.
He doesn't own a suit. If he gets elected in, he's got to go down to his tailor, Vincent's of Dandy, and grab a suit off the rack. How good's that? That's the kind of person I want to vote for.
He's actually correct. Neil here is the Secretary of Country Alliance and he has promised me if I get elected he will buy me a suit. Right, so we've got to get me elected. Not that I want to go into Parliament House every day, I'd much rather be up the bush with you guys, but if someone like me doesn't stand up and stop this, we'll just sit back and complain about it. We've got to fix it, not complain about it.
Too right. Thanks, Boggy. And I can tell you that it's a pretty scary prospect for your average bloke to front up and be part of the government, because Australia for a long time has been governed by professional robbers, wankers. No, don't say that. By professional politicians, okay? Guys who just line up, toe the party line, follow the vote catching process and get in. Now that's what you're here for, because we're the vote catching process, but it's not good enough.